Beginning of the journey, I believe it started in 2006. We were both in college. Eric was at Syracuse, I was at Juilliard, and I believe it was a late night conversation at a bar that he had this crazy idea.
I had an idea about a boy who wants to live underwater, basically. It was sort of the start of the idea. And I told it to Finn one night, and he didn't say really anything about it.
And I went away to this cabin up in Michigan, and I wrote this short story, mostly based on his idea, Eric's idea, about this guy who becomes obsessed with going underwater.
And then a couple weeks later, he had written a short story, like a 15 to 20 page short story about it. And so I said, "Oh, so you liked it?" And he said, "Yeah, I did." So then we started kind of collaborating on it as a screenplay.
And I had just sort of wanted to write something about someone in the military also, so we sort of combined that.
And then we kind of collaborated to come up with these two women that then turned into sort of three women, and that was how the story started. That was the origin of it.
Eric changed everything and wrote a big, long draft of a screenplay, and then he kicked it back to me, and I took a few months and thought about it, wrote my version of it, send it back, and that was like, for a few years we kept kind of doing that. And then it kind of just started snowballing.
We had it optioned by another production company. We were with them for a while, and then we decided that we really wanted to make the movie on our own, and we wanted to make sure we made it the way that we felt like the story should be told.
Eric and I got to a point where it was like we forgot whose idea was what, you know, what started with what. I can't even remember like who thought of what thing now, you know. It sort of became this thing this story that kind of seemed to live on its own. So yeah, we've kind of in some ways grown up with this story. I mean, like, it's taken us through our 20s for sure.
It was the project that we kept coming back to, and we wouldn't let die. And there are a lot of other projects that kind of came and went within this time that we've been working on this, but this is the one that we have cared about enough to make sure it doesn't go away. Now here we are, day 17 of 20 in beautiful Santa Clarita, California.